Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another new Slay&Shade. Before we get started, I am so excited that I am over 200 subscribers. I was freaking out last night. Just thank you. Thank you so much. I know that I'm still a very teeny tiny channel, but I really appreciate all of you and just for hanging out with me for a little bit and having some fun. So if you're new to the Slay&Shades, this is just me getting ready, putting on some makeup and talking some shit, just sharing my opinions. It's okay if you disagree with me. I welcome all comments, and everything should be a discussion, so you guys can comment down below. And before we get started, I wanted to give a shout out to the channel Glowing Beauty Addiction. She recently gave me a shout out on her channel, and I am doing the same because I actually really enjoy her content. Her voice, the way that she talks, oh, it is so soothing. I just love her so much. And so her videos are, putting on makeup, get ready with me, spilling a little tea. So I think you guys would really enjoy her. Plus she's Canadian and I don't know, just the way that they talk, it's just so soothing to me. Okay, so so far I put on the Charlotte Tilbury, where is it? Magic Foundation. I'm actually starting to like this more now that I know to use a damp beauty blender and take it like one little bit at a time because it dries so quickly. Went in with the Tarte Shape Tape. Still can't use this whole thing and I don't want to just throw it away, but oh my god, it's the never-ending tube. And let's see, I went in with a little bit of the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And what else did I do here? Oh, I went in with the Laura Mercier sample, this beauty here, this primer, which I actually like, and I don't like a lot of primers. And today I'm going to go in with the Blood Sugar palette from Jeffree Star. I'm going to do a full review on this palette soon. For some reason, the pink, like the purple, the pink, and the gold calling to me. I don't think I've ever used a purple, pink, and a gold, so why don't we try that? And this is like a little bit heavy, so I'm just gonna have to set that down. So let's get on my powder for some fallout. And we're talking about Peter Monn, which is not, oh, let me put my hair's still a little wet. Let me grab a little headband or something here to pull my hair back so it is not in the way. So this video kind of makes me a little bit sad because I'm a huge Peter Monn fan. My Dear John Cookian video, John Cookian is a monster. I think I have 2 other videos where I express my utter love and support for Peter Monn. But lately, I've just been noticing a few things, and I just kind of wanted to share my thoughts and see how you guys feel. So I started watching Peter from his BookTube channel, and then I moved on to his drama channel. I'm subscribed to his Peterisms channel. I even bought his book, and I just adore him, and I thought he's different, and in his videos, you really get like a lesson that's learned. He has a lot of life experience. You laugh and then you walk away feeling like you really learned something or you view something in a different way. And he was the first YouTuber that ever made me really feel that way. So, I mean, down for, for Peter always. And when the first attack that John Cookian did on him happened, it was so sad. I mean, he would be on camera crying. I didn't see him receive as much hate and harassment as he says he did. That's not saying that he exaggerated or anything, but I just didn't see it. I saw some things, but I mean, he would be in tears and I felt so bad. And what really got me was he looked to us, his supporters, his fans, looked to us for support. and we gave it to him, you know? And I was so worried that he was going to end up leaving YouTube. I was like, oh my God, no, 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 no. Don't let him, you know, do that to you. I can't believe I just like went straight in with this purple here. I don't know if this is going to go well. Let me move this over here just a bit. Okay, sorry about that. So, you know, after things started to settle down, he seemed to, you know, gain like some strength from that. Like he was stronger. He was like, I'm going to be who I'm going to be. For a little bit there, he wasn't as like shady as like, you know, with the drama. Like he started doing car vlogs, which were funny when he would do rants, like his rant about little kids, like birthday parties. Oh my God, got me cracking up. And then he got back into the drama, which is why a lot of us subscribed to him to begin with. So I was super, super excited when he got back into the drama. And he seemed to just, you know, how they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I feel like that's what happened. And the videos that really got me and that like really, really made me just absolutely love him were his videos on his sobriety. He did a video about growing up with alcoholic parents, which I did, well, one anyway. And I DM'd him and I was like, you know, you were like speaking my life for me. It was uplifting, it was comforting, and I just felt like, wow, you know, it was great. And so, I mean, I looked up to him and, you know, I really thought, and I mean, in some ways, I still do think like he's got a good gig going on because he talks about a lot of things, you know, that I can relate to anyway. So it wasn't until this past January, or well, Christmas time actually, when John Cuckian went after Peter again, where I started to sort of see like a little bit of a difference. It was kind of strange to me that he was adding all of these big beauty gurus. You know, he wasn't just like tweeting about how he was feeling. It was also trying to get attention from beauty gurus. And apparently, according to Here for the Tea, she helped rally those beauty gurus around Peter, which was amazing. You know, and, you know, he was feeling so great. He got all of this support. He was gaining a lot of subscribers because like Manny and Jeffrey, and Toddy even, they were giving him shout outs and stuff. That's what got me starting to make videos again, actually, because I had to make a video about how ridiculous John is, you know? So that's why I ended up starting to do videos again, was because I wanted to stick up for Peter. That's how I felt about him. I wanted to stick up for Peter. I love him, and here we are. So, you know, after that attack, it was kind of like, I don't know that he changed necessarily, but he was looking to big YouTubers, I think, that could help him further, you know, his subscriber count and things like that. Instead of relying on us, you know, his fans, you know, that we've been with him, you know, through the first attack. And it was just very interesting to see how he was more into getting the attention for it, you know, and I just kind of didn't dig that. That's not when I stopped really liking him. It's just when I noticed, like, okay, like what's going on here, you know? I'm going in with the darker purple now called Coma. And so after that, I don't know, something just kind of changed for me. I don't know if it was because he was making all of these comments about like him possibly going to LA to like collab with Jeffrey, and you know, it just kind of seemed like his fun like shade was turning into more arrogance and being a little more condescending in a way. Let me know if you guys felt that same way, because I mean, that's how I felt anyway. And what really like kind of started to bother me was when he posted a video using Jaclyn Hill's divorce in the title, and I wasn't even going to click on it. And I was like, oh, let's see what he has to say, And I was surprised because he said that he was not going to touch that. He said, yes, he's a drama channel, but there are some things that you just don't talk about. And I was like, oh, wow, that's great, because I know that it's like gossip and Jaclyn Hill has a huge following, but like I feel uncomfortable, um, about that. And she's supposed to address it. And when she addresses it, then I'll listen. But until then, I'm not watching no videos about it. So I was really proud, and I was like, yes, he's not gonna, try to get views on it. And, Peter's like so great, he's not gonna talk about it. But since that one video, he used Jaclyn Hill and her divorce as tags in videos and in multiple other titles for videos. So it's like, okay, you're not going to talk about it, but you're still trying to gain the views from it, And that just seems really icky to me. It's really off-putting to me anyway. And that's when I stopped watching them for like a month. Every time I saw a title and it had Jaclyn Hill in it, or it was like Kathleen Light's exclusive statement. I mean, that's kind of another thing. Sometimes he'll put exclusive statement in videos, but it's not really an exclusive statement. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's a statement that other drama channels got as well. And it's not just him, And so that, I don't know. Well, clickbait is a thing. So, we can't really do anything about that. But it just kind of bothers me because it's like he doesn't need to do that kind of stuff. Like, in my opinion, anyway. And it was not too long ago when another thing happened, which was Stephen Mango. Now, I made a video about Mango Tea, and I was sticking up for him. I didn't know the whole story at the time. I thought people were being like a little harsh on him for his Gerard Cosmetics stuff because I was like, well, people make mistakes. Like, it's not a big deal, But then when I really started to watch him and I really got into it, I was like, he does kind of remind me of another John. But, I was, Dustin Daly, and I'm sorry to bring him into this, but he ended up, like, basically disowning JK after the first attack on Peter. And when the second attack happened, Dustin was very vocal and made videos, standing up for his friend. And that's, like, what you do, I mean, there is a fine line between, like, I don't want to get involved in this drama, and then for sticking up for your fan or for your friends, you know what I mean? And in this case, I feel like, when Stephen Mango was going on about Dustin and he was making fun of his accent and, just all this stuff, he would never speak out about it. He would be like, oh, I'm friends with Steve, I'm cool with everybody. Like, he wants everybody to like him. And, from having so much hate maybe in the past, like, that might be why, because he doesn't want any bad blood, because he just doesn't, it's like he doesn't want to deal with the drama, but then he does want to deal with the drama. So it's like a little confusing, And what I found interesting, when he was attacked the second time from JK, he and I also really went off on Rich Lux for his, not standing up for Peter and not, like, denouncing John and all this kind of stuff. And I was thinking to myself, I was really, really rough on Rich Lux for that reason. And I was thinking, wait a minute, because, Mango T's going after Dustin and doing some shady kind of shit, but you won't stand up for him. But when somebody attacks you, you expect everybody to stand up for you. It just doesn't seem right. Like, where are you? Where are you at, like, protecting your friends? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't seem right to me at all. You don't want to get involved in the drama, but, like, you are involved in the drama, and that's your friend, like, and I don't even know what's going on between them, and I don't really care. I'm just saying, as an outsider looking in, it's kind of odd that he would not stick up for Dustin. Yes, Dustin was like shitty to him in the past, but he has owned that shit like so many times. So I don't feel like he has to keep apologizing for it. But it's just interesting. It's like, well, wait a minute, like where's Peter at? Hey, is he gonna come and stick up for his like best friend? You know? And so I found that kind of odd. So we should all stick up for Peter, but he can't even say just one thing in defense of like his friend. You know, that just seems so weird to me. This is not a nice look. I'm like, I went a little too far with that purple, and things got a little carried away for sure. I have to blend this out. Oh my goodness. So, I mean, knowing that he isn't sticking up for Dustin, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. The Jaclyn Hill videos rubbed me the wrong way. And then yesterday, I watched his I'm Too Old for This video, and I absolutely loved it, and I shared it, and I thought he made some great points, and I don't think that he's too old to have commentary on like drama and stuff. You know, you're not really ever too old to have an opinion, you know, on something. So I really enjoyed that video. That was like my old Peter coming through, you know. But he talks, now in this one he didn't really do it too much, but I never used to have an issue with how he would take forever, oh excuse me, to get to a topic. I always thought it was kind of funny that he would just ramble on and on, but it used to take up like 3 or 4 minutes, whereas like now it's taking up, there was this one video that I watched, I think it was in between some of the Jaclyn Hill videos. Like, I watched it and I skipped through, which I never used to do. He did not get to the topic of the video till like 7 minutes and like 13 seconds in, I think it was. And I was like, whoa, you know? And, you know, and it used to be funny. Like, sometimes it was like kind of relatable, like related to the story kind of stuff, where he would just, you know, go on, and it was like really funny and stuff. And of course the drama phone and the Jane with the gimlets and stuff, it was really funny. Now I just find it like too rehearsed. Like the Jane stuff, like he knows everybody finds it so funny. I just feel like it's just like an act now instead of him just being like natural. That's kind of how I feel. And that makes me sad. I don't want to feel that way about him. I mean, I really like Peter. And so now I'm not going to get into his, oh, well, I really did think his merch was kind of bad. I mean, I just thought that it was boring. He really could have put a lot of more effort into that merch, but I mean, it was okay, I guess. I didn't end up buying anything, even though I kind of was excited for it at first, because I was like, this stuff is very like, it just wasn't very like unique, you know. It's just some of his sayings on things, and like I get that, but you know, it wasn't for me, you know. And so as I felt like he was playing a part more than being himself, like I know that some of the drama he talks about would only take like 5 minutes to talk about otherwise. So I know that he has to fill that time with like rambling. But my goodness, I mean, it's just too much for me, you know? And I love the whole drama phone thing. The huge fan that he brings out to flip cracks my shit up every single time. I think it's hilarious. Now, he did steal that whole fan thing from Rich Lux, and Rich doesn't do it anymore, but he really, like, Rich Lux was like the queen of snapping open that fan, I'm telling you. And I kind of felt like he was getting, this is going to sound really bad, but I kind of felt like he was getting kind of lazy with his videos. Like, if you if you noticed, like Karina Kaboom would do a video on a topic, and then Rich Lux would do a video on the same topic, and then Peter was doing a video on that same topic. And I would be like, sometimes, Rich would have the receipts and Karina's just like gross and being awful. And Peter wouldn't really offer anything new, in his opinion of stuff. So, I mean, some people may call him like lazy. I mean, I guess I would be too, because all I do is just sit here and talk, I don't show any like receipts and stuff. And, so maybe that makes me lazy. I don't know. But I found it interesting when Martin Lewis popped into his stream, and he was like sort of asking him like what was going on, and Peter is like the king of deflecting. Like, you can't ask him anything. He never answers a question. And if you notice, whenever he makes videos and he's gonna like address something, he rarely ever does. It's like he just talks in circles, and it's so long and it's so drawn out and it's all over the place that sometimes you feel like he actually said something meaningful. Like, sometimes you think like he actually did what he said he was gonna do and like address stuff, but meanwhile, no, he didn't. He was just, being crazy and just going on and on and on about essentially nothing. And I also found it, the way that he talked to Martin was like a little crazy to me, because Martin was one of the first people to ever go after JK and really like expose him, and especially like after what he was doing to Peter. So I was surprised, like the tone he had with him. Like, he was very talking down to Martin, and I really didn't dig that, And I also thought it was pretty interesting when Sam, in one of her streams, when she had said that she could tell us things that you would like, that would blow everything like wide open. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, what is it? You know what I mean? Like, what is it gonna be? And of course, we'll never know, and we'll just live on with subtweets. But I think that Peter, I mean, she was talking about how it was always like his side of the friendship. Like, he was always talking about himself. Like, he didn't really, give a shit about her. It was kind of like a one-sided kind of friendship. And we've, I think, all had those kinds of friendships at times when people are just talking about themselves and like that's all they like really, really care about. I'm just taking a little bit of that gold underneath and dragging a little bit of the fallout too, so it just kind of flows underneath. I just want a little sparkle here. And so, I mean, I know that he has to suck up some time, but Peter, the rambles, they're too long. It's too much, It just is. I don't know. I just feel like, if you're going to be on a high horse and say that you are, like a subject is totally off limits to you, then let it be off limits. You know what I mean? Then don't use it, Just don't keep on doing it and doing it. And I mean, I don't know, guys. It's just kind of disappointing. I see Peter sort of going down this road of like, he's acting like, he's kind of too booked to be bothered. And I don't want him to be that kind of person, Ooh, I forgot to tightline. I always forget to tightline. I'm gonna wipe away this powder now. So you guys have got to let me know what you think about Peter, if you think that he has changed. I mean, when Sam was talking about how she felt like their friendship was one-sided, it kind of made sense to me because Peter does sort of seem like the type of person that's like all about himself. She said that, you know, all he would talk about is like what videos should he do and, you know, what should he be doing next. I'm going in with the highlighter from Wet n Wild called Blossom Glow. And I'm using this Real Techniques like under eye setting brush because I think it captures that little bit of my high cheekbone nicely. And I don't want, I mean, I want Peter to be like successful, but I just think that something is just kind of off with him lately. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I mean, I used to have Peter on notifications, you know. I used to be down with Peter. Like I was watching Peter every single second, you know, that he put out a new video. Boom, I was there. And I feel like that has changed and I'm just like not even interested in his content, you know? Now, he did a video with Thomas Halbert, you know, talking about his shade to Laura Lee, which was like hilarious because I agree with Thomas. But the only reason why I watched it is because of Thomas, you know, it wasn't because of Peter. And I could just sit there and watch Peter talk forever. I'm going in with this Smashbox little contour and bronzer trio, just trying to bring some color back into my face here. And now I don't, just because I'm having like an issue with Peter right now as far as like what is going on with him, I just feel like he's kind of different. It in no way, shape, or form means that I think that like anything that like John said about him was true or anything like that. Oh, no, 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 no. It just is that I'm just not happy with the way that he's been acting lately. And I mean, and in his streams even, it just seems like he's just, you know, too cool for school now or something. I think I'm going to go in with this blush right here. This is my favorite Glamorous Blush palette from BH. Oh my goodness, these things are so pigmented. These scare me. No, I'm not going to be one of those people that say, oh, I'm so scared to put on makeup. Oh, I'm really scared now, you know, because it's makeup. It'll come off. So who cares? That was a lot though. Okay. So I think I'm going to go into Romeo from the Jeffree Star Lovesick collection. Oh, I like it. I always feel weird putting like a lipstick on because I'm just like, I kind of like how the gold mixed with like the purple and pink, but I would have gone a lot lighter on the purple. But yeah, I might put on a little bit of like liner on the top, but I'm pretty much done. And so that concludes this Slay&Shade, but I really want to know what you guys think. You know, what do you guys think about Peter? You know, have you had any experiences, you know, with him, like one-on-one, where like he seems to be kind of different? I just really, really, really want to know what you guys think. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. No, just don't even do that because it sounds so weird to say. Subscribe if you want to. Follow me on Twitter. Make sure that you check out Glowing Beauty Addiction. Seriously, that name is just so awesome. She's wonderful. So I will see you guys in the next video. Love and hugs.